What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Play It Painted Live. We're kicking off another one. Hope you guys are having a good Sunday evening. I got to do a little bit of a repaint here. Had an issue with this model, and we're just gonna rock it, man. Don't mind me, just lurking. What's up, Lee Chessie? So, trying to work on my sound, because that's all I ever work on now is a damn sound. But it'll happen, man. If you like the music, cool. If not, let me know. I can turn it down, turn it off, and put something else on. Here we go. Let's go check out our watch page over here. Nice. Nelson's Reaper, that's right, sir. What's up, Albert? Yeah, it got chipped up, beat up. This is a tough model to deal with because it's so heavy. And then to top it all off, the metal on the model is it was just bouncing paint off of it. Even, you know, applying a gloss coat of primer, and actually I applied 3 layers of primer on it, still bounced off quite a bit. So anyways, let me know how. Oh, am I having issues with the video bounce? Look at me, I'm the DM now. Yeah, I'm wondering, because I watched some of the playback from yesterday, and it seemed like the video was choppy. You know, I can watch it on my screen, and it just, yeah, look at that. It's just looking like it's like skipping quite a bit. Should I turn off the repeater and just go with like a standard? Let me know if the video is like really chopping, because I'll turn off the music. I don't need the music. This song is my freaking jam, though, for whatever reason. I just love this song. Okay. Yeah, on the playback, it looks really choppy. Okay. We probably just have too much going on. So I'm going to stop that. You know what? Maybe I just turn off the repeater for it. No, the repeater's fine. I wonder if it's the... Look at the CPU is running super high. So if I turn off... Damn it. Okay, well, whatever. We're just gonna stop it. We're gonna turn that off. And... No. Alright. Let's see where we're going. If I need to... Maybe... if I need to switch the audio back to like what it was before, just having like crazy high CPU usage, and I'm only I'm only simulcasting. It's not like that. No, it's a little bit better. Still a little choppy, huh? Yeah. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna change the audio directly back to my mic. Turn off the... I know, man, 80s J-pop. I had to turn it off. I'm sorry. What if I did... It could be the virtual audio cable. It's probably the virtual audio cable. Which I probably... Where is that headset? Where's the microphone? Logitech wireless headset 2. There it is. Okay, we're gonna apply there. And we're gonna hit OK. Yeah, it's a bummer. I don't know why. Okay, so it should just be me now without the J-pop. I'm gonna watch and see how my video looks. Like, we're just gonna slowly rotate this guy. He's gonna dance around like that. We're gonna see if we're good. it's still just a hair choppy. Why is it, I'm wondering, why is my CPU running so high? Let's turn off the repeaters. Stop the repeaters. Turn that off. Let's see if, stop them both. There we go. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that, Congo. I know, I love my J-pop too. But wow, like my CPU is still crazy high. Even after turning, I've like turned everything off at this point. Let's turn Chrome off. Like, what the hell is... Okay, there it goes. It's going down. No, it's not. Still kind of choppy. Hey, what's up, Nelson? It's still kind of choppy, isn't it? It's a little bit better. A little bit better. This is your Reaper, sir. I figure, you know, I'm in between commissions and I don't have anything specific to paint right now, so let's go ahead. My Dante's Angels are on the way, should be here within a week. My KDM Twilight Night Police Girl should be here in the morning. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, sorry about the music. I'm just going to have to turn it on for myself. Alexa, shuffle album Pure Baby Maker by Night Tempo. Oh, I forgot my alarm. Alexa, set alarm 4:45 a.m. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. I need to see what this model looks like. I totally forgot what it looks like. So if I'm going to go Night Models, Reaper. Hope you guys are having a good Sunday. Let's see what we got here. There he is. Okay, starting to remember. Red and purple and black. What's the back? What color is this supposed to be? Can someone tell me? Is Reaper have a, like, is he like is that like his bald head behind there? And is he like, is he white? Is he black? Like, what do I need to know here? You know what? Let's look at some reference art. DC Comics Reaper. Sorry, I'm kind of dragging on this one because, like I said, it's a real kind of relaxing evening. I'm not pushing. I don't have a specific deadline or anything like that. It would be nice to have one less sort of obligation here. Wow, that did not help at all. I think that's his actual like bald head though, based on some of the Night Models images. Actually, in the this comic book image has it black back there. It's just solid black. There we go. All right, let's just put it back on the Night Models one. Let's see. Disney didn't stream today. Felt weird not having the full stream schedule today. Yeah, I hope she's okay. Maybe she just was tired or something. Oh gosh. All right. Yeah, it looks like the main body's gonna be red, and I almost want to just start all the way over. I know that sounds crazy, but I am that level of crazy. Like maybe I should just start all the way over. Just so I can get the shadows right and the model will look totally even. Screw it, let's do it. What's the worst that can happen? But I won't reprime it. We're just gonna, well, I might. What's up, Cameron? Yo, yo. Damn, that sucks. So I can't actually, like, I have enough of an audio solution to to post music while we're painting, but it's like, I don't know, either XSplit can't keep up or maybe my PC can't keep up. I mean, I thought I got a reasonably decent performance PC here. Like, I don't know. Is 8 gig? Geez, I need a new profile pic for YouTube. What Reaper Mini is this? Oh, this is actually Night Model's Reaper. So it's from the Batman game. I don't need to reprime. I just need to, I don't know. I just need to what I'll do is I'll pre-shade. I'll pre-shade without repriming, which means for you guys, nothing. It just means it's just different paint that I'm going to use versus other kinds of paint. Let's do it. Lies, lol. Yeah, it was. I had a few different choices of things I might be working on, and I was like, me, let's do this guy. Why not? Why the hell not? Your Plague Marines look good, Cam. Look pretty good, man. I don't want it to come off like disingenuous though. I don't want to sound like some other people when they're like looking great, man, and hitting that vape. God, I really gotta stop talking shit. All right, stop talking shit, man. Okay. Oh, you might be wondering what that is. That's a bit from Shadows of Brimstone. I was punching out tokens and stuff. Man, I'm so bummed. I'll figure out how to get the music back on. Cause I need the it's good to have the music playing, right? Just wondering, why does it eat up so much bandwidth? Is it because maybe there's a music player in XSplit that would work? Maybe there's a music player extension. I'll have to look it up. Yeah, dude, if you want the younger audience, get a vape, get a tribal armband tattoo, and have an annoying raspy voice. That's right. I'm working on my annoying raspy voice though, for Shadows of Brimstone. I'm playing my he's kind of like a yokel white knight character. So if you can imagine, you know, pick one of the bad guys from Raising Arizona, but then like make him a white knight. So he's like overprotective. Mighty fine cornflakes, Mrs. McDonough. I love that. You guys remember Raising Arizona, right? I'm not that old. The other option tonight was I was going to paint some Wild West Exodus. But I was like, I would paint the Wild West Exodus for Shadows of Brimstone. So I was like, that can wait. Pat Nelson, very sad you did not end up with a tentacle arm. I'll just have to get Andrew to throw some more well-placed dynamite. Congo has established himself as the full-time hate viewer of our channel. Just can't wait to see people die. And we thought it was Adam this whole time. We thought it was Adam from Greenleaf Terrain that was the hate viewer. Because he was calling Andrew fake Nelson. Oh man. Never saw Raising Arizona, but you know too. You never saw Raising? You should go watch it. It's funny. It's got Nicolas Cage, Holly Hunt, John Goodman has a really good performance in it. It's just a funny movie. It's weird though. It's kind of out there. I think you'd like it though, Cam. I think you'd think it's a good movie. Hope you guys have good plans for Thanksgiving. I don't really quite understand my own plans. My mother-in-law's coming over, so I guess my wife managed to confirm that whilst I was playing Batman today. It's a good move. It's a good. The ladies need to learn this move, right? When your man is out playing his game and he's concentrating on some other shit. I know a lot of ladies actually know this, but like ask for stuff. Ask for stuff while this is happening. Because it's like, yeah, sure, of course. Now, in this case, I did actually agree to it prior, but I'm just saying it's easier. It softens the blow. Hate nods, death out of love, yandere. Yandere! Yandere weeb anime style. So you're the yandere? Do we have a tsundere? Who's the tsundere? God, how come I know this shit? I'm not a weeb. Anyway. Alright, so we're going to go in, we'll do a little cold gray. So we're going to do the full thing, dude. We're going to do the full gamut of emotions here on the Reaper. I was actually going to turn on this stream and ask you guys what you wanted me to paint. Like if you wanted me to paint Chibi, or if you wanted me to paint this model, or if you wanted me to paint Wild West Exodus. I made the basing for the Wild West Exodus stuff. You're a fucking weeb, brah. Adam can be the tsundere. Oh my god. Oh, so speaking of weeb, my wife showed me this hilarious freaking article that came out last week about a transracial guy. I think I want to say he's from the UK, but I'm not entirely sure. But he was like transracial Filipino. So he's like this white dude with like purple hair. He's like this total hippie looking guy with purple hair. And he identifies as Filipino. And he's like, yeah, every time I see things about the Philippines on the History Channel, I just feel like I'm at home. It was the funniest shit. How the hell are you transracial? Oh my god. And she was shocked that I didn't know about it first, right? Because normally I'm the person that knows about the weird internet shit before she does. And I have to tell her about it. But she's like, no, you missed a good week, while I was in Chicago. Because apparently the story broke while I was in Chicago. that there's this transracial Filipino guy. I mean, that's, I'll give it to him. That's oddly specific. Most people just think Asian and they just sort of conflate, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, right? Nobody's thinking specifically Filipino, right? That guy is, I don't know, should we congratulate him for doing his homework? I don't know. I personally, I don't think it's bad. I think it's hilarious. I'm Trans Coyote. Well, here's the thing. I don't have a problem with, somebody saying, hey, I kind of identify with a specific culture, and he's not from that culture. That doesn't really bother me. I think the part that is confusing is it's almost like, why are we making a big deal out of it, right? I mean, for example, I like Southern cuisine. I love Southern cuisine, actually. I love soul food. I love rap music. I like all of the quote unquote, stereotypically whatever stuff. I don't make a big deal of it, and I don't need to identify myself as anything other than, just freaking me. So that's the only issue with it I have with it. If this guy wants to walk around and tell me he's like, if he came up to me and said, hey man, I identify as Filipino, I would just ask him, like, come sing karaoke and gamble with me or some shit. Like, that's what I would ask him. Like, alright, you're Filipino, let's go, man. Let's go do the things that I like to do. Although, even that attitude, I think, is a little silly too. Yes, that there are things that people who are Filipino culturally or through their heritage or whatever, we have a lot of things in common. Spam, for example. We think spam is delicious. We didn't have beef over in the Philippines, so, a lot of the boomers and stuff growing up from that area, they like spam, and I like spam because my parents like spam and they fed me spam. You know what I mean? So I'd be like, okay, man, make me a spam sandwich if this guy came up to me. I identify, like, but why would he make a big deal of it? You know what I mean? Why would he have to tell me, like, why does he have to proclaim to me or anybody else that he's this or that? I don't understand. That's the part I don't get. Like, this is evidence that we have evolved into a society as enablers. Yes, I totally agree with that. But, like, I don't know. I think if I don't like playing the identity politics game at all. You are who the hell you are. If you like a bunch of shit that lines up with Filipino, what the hell's going on in the chat? I would purposely not see you if I was driving at night. Hey man, I'll tell you what, I am the good driver. If you want to know the joke with us, like back in the day, the SoCal Malifaux days. I know we were talking about that a little bit last night, but like the SoCal Malifaux days when it was me and Jake running around all the time. This fool, Jake is he's I guess Jake and myself were like two of the more, I guess, visible people in SoCal Malifaux. We were two of the most active in that whole thing. And so we were running around all over the place and just pushing the hell out of this game, right? And and most of the time I would drive. I would take Jake with me and I would drive. Jake is a white kid, and he is a shitty driver, man. And so the joke we used to have is like Jake would like park his car. He would park his car and he would just do the shittiest job parking his car. And we'd get out of the car and I'm going like, why are you doing that, man? Everybody's going to think I'm the one that parked the car. So, I don't know. It was funny to me. But, like I said, the whole identity politics shit is terrible. It's not a meaningful exercise. It's not worth doing. People need to just get the hell over it. Is it hilarious that this guy like has to come out and say, I'm Filipino, I identify as Filipino? That's funny to me. You want to know why? Because Filipinos don't know what the hell Filipino is. If you want the truth, like, we know there's a bunch of stereotypical shit that we can laugh at, but what the hell is going on? I don't even know what's going on in the chat. There's some big boy pants talk. I don't even. What the hell? I don't even know what's going on. All I'm saying is, Jake is a shitty driver, and I'm the good driver. Believe it or not. Yeah. But like, why does it have to be a thing? Why did he feel the need to proclaim it? And but you want to know the more disturbing part of that, if you want my honest opinion. Why did they feel like making an article about it? You know what I mean? If this guy's gonna do, I don't think this guy's like screaming it on the rooftops or anything. I think they found him. I think somebody found him, and they wanted to make some sort of race spectacle out of that shit. And so they reported, like, oh, 24-year-old, I think his name was like Dustin Diamond. I'm just kidding. It wasn't Dustin Diamond, but, it's just ridiculous. I think there was more than one article written about him, but I think it's the same article. You know how like the journos, they just sort of recycle each other's articles? I think it was like that type deal. Ooh, a little bit of a... So call it what you want. Why the hell, like, I don't think Filipinos in general get mad at shit like that. Islanders in general don't get mad at shit like that. Like, if you have that one chick that was mad at her Uber driver for having a tiki doll. He had like a tiki bobblehead on his dashboard, and she was like, who knows, like a quarter Hawaiian or some shit, and she decided she was gonna get offended by that on behalf of her people. Fuck that, man. Like, Islanders love it when people emulate their shit. They take it as a compliment, man. Like, you put that, you get that white family out to Hawaii, right? And they're, and the mom puts a grass skirt on, and she does a little, 30-second hula routine with the people during the luau. Nobody gets offended by that. It's a little dorky, but yeah, you're talking about that. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Like, nobody's getting mad about that. But it is funny, though. It is funny. I know I'm like staunchly against identity politics, but that is really funny to me. This idea that this guy needed to call himself, identify as Filipino. Like, I tell people all the time, there's really only 3 things you need to be identified as Filipino, right? And I bet you this guy does not have the 3 things. I bet you he does not. 3 things in my opinion, and you have to have at least 2 out of the 3 if you want to be considered Filipino. And I would consider you Filipino. 1, you gotta like gambling. Sorry, man. Filipinos like to gamble. We just love that shit. I don't know. We're not very good at it, but we like it. So you gotta gamble. You gotta eat rice, okay? White rice, not like Uncle Ben shit, not brown rice. Brown rice is a fucking travesty, just so you know. And people try to make me eat it because it's good for you. Have the brown rice. Brown rice is disgusting. Okay, I don't like they put brown rice. I ask for brown rice on my plates these days. I ask for brown rice. You want to know why? Because it'll ensure that I don't eat that shit. So like if I'm getting a bowl, I'm trying to watch my dad bod. I gotta rock this shit. I got people to impress. But um, if you want to ensure that I don't eat the rice, I will order brown rice. Oh, and people go, "Oh yeah, you're healthy." Yeah, because that shit tastes like cardboard. I'm not I'm not eating brown fucking rice, man. So and many people tried to get me to eat brown rice. So once again, number one, gambling. Number two, white sticky rice. Sticky, okay? Rice sticks together, people. The people that are like advertising like Uncle Ben's, like, it's fluffy rice, and they have we used to watch these commercials, and they had the commercials of the rice like bouncing on screen. The rice would like bloom and bounce and shit, and you could see all the separate grains. And somebody thought that was a good idea. That's not a good idea, man. Talk to Asian people. They're like, no, well, your rice is fucked up. It's too dry. Something's wrong. Rice sticks together. It sticks together. Congo, I like pork fried anything. Pork fried ice cream, I would eat that shit. I don't care. Anyway, so, okay, you guys are still with me, right? Number one, gambling. Number two, sticky white rice. Number three, karaoke. That's right. See, a lot of people mess up number three, karaoke. You don't have to sing karaoke, but you have to have access to it. Okay, you either have to have a golden mic in your house, you have to have a laser disc player, a -1 machine. You have to have access to karaoke. Singing it is even better, especially if you're bad and you sing these awful, awful like Catholic Hawaiian songs, or just like really sad, Howl at the Moon dog songs. Also bad. But you gotta, those are the three things. And if you do those three things, you're in, man. You're fucking in. I told, like I said, I told Jake he's honorary Filipino. I identified him as Filipino. So there we go. We're playing the identity game. I'm like, you count, man. You count. You gamble, you like white sticky rice, and we sing karaoke. Good. That's all it is. I bet you this cat though, I bet you this dude does not do that shit. And he changed his name to like Condu or some, I forget. You guys know the article. You guys can probably Google this shit right now. Just like Google man identifies as Filipino and just like tell me his name. His name is like Condu or some shit like that. God. Like if you're gonna be Filipino, like do that shit right, man. If you're gonna, like if I wanted to identify as I don't know, I'll say if I wanted to identify as white, right? I would go full white, man. My name would be like fucking Preston Kierkegaard or some shit. Like it would be hilarious. My name would be fucking Banjo Trilby. Like it would be fucking funny. And I would, if you're gonna do that, do it. Like go at it. Like be that guy. Frank. Your name would be Frank. Really? I know a lot of Filipino dudes already named Frank. They just pronounce it differently. It would be Frank. Walter Smith. Ooh, Walter is a cool name because then you could be called Walt. And if you remember your movies, there's always a vice principal named Walt at any of these like schools. And you'd wear a wife beater and sweatpants smelling like smoke. Damn. I think you just described me from like 4 years ago. And actually, I never wore a wife beater, but I used to smoke. Does that count? And I would drink like Coors Light. Like Okay, would I be like trashy white, or would I be like Frasier white? You know what I mean? What kind of white would I be? Because it sounds like you're saying I would be trashy white, and I take offense to that, sir. What would like I would be for sure. I would be like chipper white. That's what I think. I would be chipper as fuck, man, if I was white. Because I can be chipper. Like I already know. Like at work, I can at least pretend to be chipper. You just okay. So I would be a Walmart person. That's a very specific, subgroup. I was describing myself as like hipster juice bar white. Yeah, like 80s TV show neighbor. Yeah. Upper middle class white. Okay, so Cameron says I'd be upper middle class white enough to not be full snoot, but you play squash. Oh, these are the best conversations. It'll be we'll turn it into like a poll. If Octave was white, what kind of white would he be? What the fuck is this even live stream? I don't know, man. I don't know. I just felt like talking about that dude that identifies as Filipino because it's the funniest shit to me. I don't know. I should just shut up and paint. Or I should figure out how to get the J-pop back on. So we don't have to listen to me talk about shit. This is what happens, man. The music doesn't work and suddenly I'm talking about shit like this. Hold on. Need to refer back to the sample image. Hey, what's up, Blade Wolf? Welcome to the feed. He has like black shoes, kind of, and he has like black underwear. All right, Blade Wolf. So the question right now to the chat is, if I was a white person, what kind of white person would I be? Would I be, we got one vote for kind of like like a Walmart type white person, just in a wife beater, smelling of cigarettes and possibly peanut brittle. And Cameron says I would be kind of like upper middle class, playing squash, driving a hybrid. Um, I'd be the guy that actually reads through the safety card instructions on the 747 just in case. Like what? I don't know. This is not a real question. I don't know. Just the whole I identify as this race is just like what kind? I mean, I've been over the Philippines. There's Filipinos that are like high Spanish, right? That are more like, they're more like Latin soap opera stars, and then all the way to like some that are more Aboriginal. Man, I'm gonna need to buy a new airbrush sometime soon. Or would he be? Oh yeah, sorry, Congo. I forgot that one. Would I be Mr. Rogers sweater vest? Mr. Rogers is a freaking badass. I'd love to be Mr. Rogers. You know that dude was a war freaking hero? That guy was fucking hardcore, man. He was a war hero. Like that guy, like probably cut people in half and shit. Like he's probably, I think he fought in Korea. Yeah, that guy was. Yeah, you don't fuck with Fred Rogers, man. That dude, he will ruin your life. I need violet. That's a nice violet. Or just like glasses and one driving glove. Shit. I don't know. I really gotta figure out how to get this music back on. It's driving me crazy, man. Don't you guys agree? We need to have the music back on. But I just don't know. I might have to find like a really lightweight player, or maybe XSplit has a player. See, look at that. I'm like losing viewers because people are like, I came here to listen to J-pop. I don't care what kind of white person Octave would be. They just broke out. He would be Jonathan Joestar. I thought Andrew is our resident Jonathan Joestar. Speaking of which, where the hell's Andrew? Hope he's okay, man. He's had a kind of a late weekend between gaming with us on Friday night, unexpectedly, because he was like, oh, I couldn't make it, you know, he had to work a late one. What the hell is going on with this airbrush? It's driving me crazy. Sorry to burst your bubble, Octave, but Mr. Rogers didn't, sir. Oh, really? Damn it! Okay, I stand corrected. That's a bummer. I wish he had. I want to believe. I want to believe. Just like you guys believe I talk to people in this room when I'm really drunk that aren't here. Like, I want to believe. Oh, Agent Mulder that shit. Aw, speaking of which, it was Geek Meet tonight. We do need to get a fact checker. Lucchesi would be the fact checker. But I don't think he cares enough to do something like that. He used to fact check for us back in the day. But I don't think these days I don't think there's enough incentive for him to want to fact check. That purple's hot. He's a minister? Yeah, for sure this airbrush has seen better days, man. I mean, it still does the job. You can see it's still blocking the color just fine. It comes straight from military institutes. They had to make official statements on whether certain celebs served because of the memes. Minister of Pain, though. You know, whether or not that dude served, I bet you that dude's badass in a fight. That's all I'm going to say. He probably kicked the shit out of people. Slammed a car door on someone's head. I'm positive, man. If I can't find it on Snaps, probably don't care if it's true or false. Me. Fair enough, sir. Alright. Yeah, this airbrush is not making me happy. Probably jab you in the eyes with crayons. I believe it. Did Jesse help me fix my audio problem? How come I can't get J-pop on and not look like I'm filming a stop motion video here? Oh, that's probably gonna fuck with the edited video I want to do on Calico Kate. That sucks. Anyway. So we did get in some Batman today, which is pretty dope. Me and Nelson and Jason played 3-way game of Batman. Um, it's been a while since I played, so I had to break out. You know that crew. I had to break out my Wonderland crew with Dr. Tetch at the helm of that shit. I have a strong Wonderland crew, but it's a fairly standard crew. It's actually a really nice crew, and you can get one for about $100. 350 rep crew that I'm telling you it's not overtly powerful, but it's got enough horsepower under the hood to compete with anybody, right? So what I run is I'm running you buy two starter boxes. So you get the Wonderland crew, obviously. Then you buy the Blackgate Prisoners set 2 set, the one with Lil Spark. Lil Spark is fucking awesome. So you pick up that, and then you add Comic Book Talia to that, right? You drop Prisoner number 4, and you have 350 points. And you have 350 points. You have a total of, I think, 4 bodyguards in there for Tetch. You have a ridiculous amount of firepower between Wonderland and you got Talia, pocket firepower and additional funding. It's a good list. It's solid. Is it? With Tetch being a free agent, I would point to him as a free agent as being more overpowered. If you're running him as a leader, in my opinion, you're running him the way he should be played. Like you're running him according to how he was originally balanced. So I don't think that's a bad thing. So take it for what you will. But I think it's super fun crew. It's strong. It's 8 models strong. So again, you're right at maybe the tip of the sweet spot there. You could lose a couple of henchmen, but you've got really good coverage on your objectives. You've got good protection for Tetch. You've got White Rabbit in there for the debuff, and you can buy an additional Disarray and a Goad. You've got a built-in Distract. There's good shit in that list. The one thing it really doesn't have is it does not have the Bonafide. It doesn't have the Bonafide Melee Beast. You know what I mean? If you want a Bonafide Melee Beast, it's a straight swap to go from Talia to, say, Ravager. But I'm not impressed with Ravager. I don't think Ravager is worth 75 points. Especially not with Strix running around at 61 points. Can a good 500-point team be formed around Green Arrow? Short answer is yes. Long answer is, why the hell would you play 500 rep in Batman? I don't know. What's up, Cheddar Monkey? Yeah, stick to, just my opinion, stick to 350 because that's where everybody else is playing. 500 rep is a lot, man. 500 rep is like, I think that's like 2,500 funding. It's crazy. I don't doubt that people play that, because some people, there's this like attitude with some gamers that they kind of assume that the more points automatically the better because they get to take all their toys, right? It's a very 40k type, it's that's the very attitude that got us Apocalypse. APOC 40k started because people wanted to break out every toy that they owned. And they literally designed the original APOC rules to be like little boys playing with toys. But I'm very against that. I'm very against scaling up point games and thinking it's going to be better. The reason why is because I don't think that those games are any more entertaining because you have everything at your disposal. Then it's just a raw pissing contest. You know what I mean? Then if you're playing an APOC game and you're like, I have 20,000 points of Space Marines and 15,000 of it's in these 9 Titans. Like it's not even a game. You just bought yourself a win. Like I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know I talk a lot of trash on this channel, but I just think it's a stupid mentality. Like I'm just gonna play, 4,000 points of Batman because my cases I have 4,000 rep of Batman or Extampas. But yeah, Cheddar Monkey. I think you might be asking about a 350 though, because 350 is standard for Batman. Also, we want to talk about, like, are we talking about TV show Arrow, or are we talking animated? Yeah, there is an animated series, Arrow Crew, or are you talking, um, comic book Arrow? Because those are all kind of different things. I played Oliver as more of a sidekick when I played him. So I say, from the standpoint of I'm gonna fill this like brave and bold list, I'd say sure, yeah, you can actually make a good. You just gotta watch Oliver though. Like if Nelson and I have had some games where like I was able to just get an early kind of stranglehold on him, and I can just take him out really early in the game before he can really be a factor. So you got to watch out for shit like that. We had kids coming in with shoe boxes as stand-in for super heavy tanks for Apocalypse, the worst. I really do think that the Apocalypse rules were designed by a guy who bought his kid too much Warhammer shit and then had to come up with a game that his kid would enjoy and he wouldn't feel so bad about the, $3,100 he spent. Okay. Almost done with the airbrushing part. Wait. All you gotta do, I'm just gonna do some generic highlight. I also have to find my power adapter for my little laptop. What did I do with that? Okay. Yeah, this thing, it really is clogged. This guy needs a deep clean. I played a guy where his orc trucks were literally those toy army men trucks from the dollar store. Sweet! I don't understand that. I think what it is there are players that fancy themselves as sort of hyper theorists, right? They're hyper scholars of war. And so they come up with these ideas of, I'm going to do this and this and this. If only I had the, $900 to buy these models, I could prove to the world that I'm right and I'm smart and I'm good at war and I'm good at tactics and strategy. And I'm like, this is a game where you buy point units and they do exactly what you tell them to do. You're no scholar of war, sir. It doesn't matter how many fucking games of 40K you win. You're not a scholar of war. You're not. But that's what they're thinking. Like, I'm a scholar of war, so I'm just gonna do this, and then they'll see. Then they'll understand how good I am at shit like that. No, you're not. Okay, you're a guy playing a fucking fantasy game, and you picked a big stupid thing based on a stat line and you spammed it. That doesn't make you good at fucking anything. Okay? Just doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't make you good at anything. So, oh, I don't think it was kind of okay. That's different. Maybe just somebody just fucking around, didn't have money to buy anything, but wanted to play. But there are guys like that. Like I will. We need Andrew on here so I can name names and talk shit. But, but yeah, there are guys like that. There are guys like that that honestly think that whatever, the impact of this game says something about them and their life. And maybe it does, but it's not the message that you think it is. It's not. God, I need to shut up, man. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just flip a camera on, paint some shit, and we just talk. But I have met plenty of people like that honestly think that I wouldn't mind it if he at least orcified them. Yeah. Orky shoeboxes. Do you guys know what I'm talking about, though? I mean, have you met people like that earnestly believe that if they power game hard enough, that it suddenly is making a statement about them, about their moral character or their position in life, their degree of talent, or some form of entitlement? Because I've met people like this. Okay. So, I'm still going to thin this even though, because of my clog. Yes, many. Now, I have two minds about this. Because, you meet guys like that, and it's annoying as shit, right? And you're like, can you just go away? I don't want to game with you. Nelson and I were playing Batman. This guy comes over, and he wants to sell. He wants to, he's selling his way out of one of those Star Wars. I think it was Destiny. I forget. Nelson, if you're still watching, you can correct me. But he was selling his way out of it, and the subject came up of why are you selling your way out of it? And he basically named a player. He's like, I cannot. It's not worth playing because of this guy. This guy is too annoying, and this particular person, Nelson and I know fairly well, and we agree, like that this guy is what you would call a negative play experience. He just, maybe his intentions are good, but when it comes to playing a game, he takes it too seriously, and he can often be negligent of the other player's experience and disposition. And it comes with the territory in playing these games. It shouldn't offend anybody here if I said that, well, hey, these games can attract people on the, we'll say, on the novice end of the social interaction scale. It kind of attracts people that are a little less socially inclined than many people. So you are going to be, as this is a social game, you will be exposed to people like that. And you will be, as hard as you try, you will eventually play somebody like that. And you may end up with a very negative play experience as a result of that. So there's that side of it. That hey, you should probably just be aware of it. It's a thing. It can happen. It will happen again. There's that side of it. And then there's the other side of it that's like, can't these guys find something else to do? And the answer is no. No, they can't. They can't suddenly be good at mixed martial arts. Nelson, you know who I'm talking about. Like, we can't imagine that dude just being like suddenly good at mixed martial arts and trying to beat the fuck out of people, and walking around with that like Conor McGregor type swagger. You can't expect him to be that guy. He is what he is. He likes Star Wars games. His name was Keith, so no matter how hard we would win, his name was still Keith. wait a minute. I gotta back up and read the rest of this comment. Uh, hey, thanks, Cheddar Monkey. I like your theories and opinions. Congo. Mostly in War Machine, Circle Player was proud his army was 100% stealth. Then I told him I just take every unit option that had flamers. Yeah, there's always those like escalator guys. There was a guy at the GW I used to go to, and he was like the guy who bought Forge World Titans for big games at the store. He would just come to these big fun games and power game all over little kids. These are hilarious stories. Games will always attract the power, yes. His name was Keith, so no matter how hard he would win, his name was still Keith. Was it the same guy you mentioned before talking about Charity Relic Knights? No, it's not. It's not. Actually, if we were going to talk about this particular guy, I need Nelson on the feed more than I need Andrew because of the specific interactions. But anyway, his name was still Keith, no matter what. His name is still Keith. All right, let's do our final little bit of airbrushing, and then we're gonna figure out the music because F that noise. We need to have our J-pop somehow. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to do this kind of brush warrior style where you just kind of over highlight it and then you bring it back in. What's up, Russell? Welcome to the feed, sir. His name was still Keith. Oh, that's funny. Do you guys remember that Key and Peele skit where they have the substitute teacher and he's mispronouncing everyone's name? and you need to be painting a Deathstroke. I have painted a Deathstroke before, if that helps. Deathstroke is pretty fun to paint. But he was mispronouncing everyone's name, and then he gets to like Aaron, and it's like Aaron. And the guy just answers to it. He just cops to it. Well, I saw like a little ad for a Christmas sweater, like an ugly Christmas sweater that was like, "You done goofed, Aaron." Yeah, Balake for Blake. Yeah. Oh man, I love that skit. As somebody whose name gets mispronounced on a virtually daily basis, I love that skit. So I'm like over highlighting a bit here. That's kind of the idea. And then we're gonna ink this bad boy. Well, we're gonna give him a dry brush to get some line highlight in, and then we'll ink it. We're moving slow tonight. This model it's not going to take very long to paint because it's just You know, he's got the texture really kind of handles most of it, and you block the colors in, and you do a little texture, a little shading, and you're done essentially. You know, there's no heavy freehand, there's no eyeballs, there's no multi-layer skin. Just a nice little relaxing project to end the week here. Balake. You done goofed, Aaron. Oh man. I know it's an older skit, but I still think that shit is hilarious. Congo, I appreciated your comment. Quite descriptive. You a writer? Fair question. Okay, here we go. Ooh. All right. Let's take a 30-second break, shall we? Let stuff kind of calm down for a second. Take the gloves off. What do you think? Is it time for a refreshment, folks? It is. It is time. It's not. Don't worry, I got work tomorrow. I just need a little of the katana, man. Just need a little bit of that katana. Octave, you seen this skit where they try to one-up each other with who has the freshest hat? No, I haven't. It sounds amazing, though. Kempai. Anybody else drinking tonight? Probably not. Hopefully not. Don't drink tonight. Just me. This is what we pay for, folks. I spray some shit and then I drink, and then we pay a little bit more. You know, Katana. Nah, Katana turned a little earlier. Is it just? I don't know. Look that one up. That's insane in the membrane count. Yeah, you know, I think I'm going to have to take it off the list. I think Katana does not make the cut. If I'm paying that much for sake, I better go get that Yegeki Mu, man. I better go get that blue bottle. This is the bet. Like this. Hey, what's up, Demon Jester J? Like if you're going to do sake, do that. You want this label, the blue label, Yegeki Mu. This is the best shit you can buy. That's reliable. Well, super reliable. Even the black label, super reliable. Unless your fellow game group like makes you drink way too much. The black label's good, but yeah, I don't know. Katana, not really feeling the Katana the second night. The first night, Katana was pretty damn good. Second night, not very good. Now I gotta clear some room here for my wet palette. I got like way too many paints on the table right now. And we gotta figure out how to look for Red Rose. Trust me. Red Rose, never heard of Red Rose sake. Still need to try sake. Cameron, if you're gonna do sake, we'll make that shit happen, man. Come to Kingdom Con. I will have sake for us both, and I have personal bias, but I have phenomenal taste in sake. Whiskey super reliable. I once took a 30-second break, but 2 months later, I had to take LaShonda to the clinic. Oh no, Jack Daniel's Winter Cider. A lot of people be drinking ciders, man. I like cider. I just don't really. This is my drink. This is my drink. Sake's my drink. It's clear. It doesn't. It's not harsh on me in the morning. It's just good. I was kind of pissed because the Total Wine no longer sells Bride of the Fox, which is also one of my favorite sakes. You're out later, Cameron. All right, let's see if we can get this this J-pop back on because it's I'm just gonna be sad if I can't do it. Let's go to sources and let's go get more sources. So we're gonna go to plugins, right? And let's see if there is a let's see if there is a music player. It's a social jukebox app that lets no. Tractal is a social jukebox app that lets you and your friends take control over music. No, that's not what we want. What should we put? Player. Like is it a media player or a music player? Because you can actually, I can select a file location for media here in XSplit. Like I can do that, but let's see. Let's see, like, for example, let's go to, right? So it only allows me to do one file at a time, which is the problem. If I could somehow leave it in a player to where it's playing multiple tracks, it just sort of continues, then that would be dope. But I don't think, no, I don't think so. No. What, maybe in playlists? Let's try it. Let's open the playlist and see what happens. Oh, you want to try this? Let's try it. See what happens. I don't think that worked. No. That did not work. Damn it! Let's try that one more time. No, it just doesn't even add it. Why does it hate me? Let's try this. Oops. So apparently I can get individual songs to play if I want, but nobody wants to just listen to one song. That's dumb. Okay, let's play this. Let's play this Macross shit. Should be good. Oh, it puts a little thing on the screen and all that. Damn, that's loud. How do you turn that shit down? There we go. Nice. Can you guys, are you guys hearing that? How come it won't? I'm wondering, how does one set the whole... You guys can hear it, right? Okay. Fuck it. We'll just leave that shit on loop for a bit. Until it drives you crazy. Why does it have to have this square? Why is that a thing? Just put that up there. Just leave it out of the way. Okay. Well, what if we did... I know. We're just screwing around, man. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Why can't you do an entire, like, thing? I don't understand anything the girl is saying, but she has a pretty voice. Yeah, this is like the Lin May song from Macross. It's an older anime, so I don't know if you guys watch that, but it is dope. Let's change the source and see what happens. So I can't just do like a playlist, can I? Yeah, see, it actually doesn't list anything under playlists, so... So I can change the individual tracks. If I remember, the one singing is the pink-haired Macross grill. Min May had black hair, blue hair. There's an argument for you. Do you think Rick Hunter picked the right girl? Do you think it should have been Lisa? Are you a Lisa Hayes? You team Lisa or team Min May? God, I sound fucking 15. But yeah. There's gotta be a way to get, like, the whole album playing. I don't know what to say. Let's try it. I don't think that worked at all. Okay, whatever. I don't remember the names. She just sounded like one from the September Macross video. Well, I just noticed something. Lots of adult film stars use anime names. Alright. I just needed to if it would just play the album. Oh, sorry. If it would just play the album and, like, scoot over. I will get it. We will make this shit happen, man. Because if it will play an entire album, I'm sure there's a way. I am sure there is a way that this works. I wonder if you can add like other songs to this. No? Wow, not a chance. I wonder if I can add. What if I tried to, like, kind of shift add them all in? Nope. What if I tried control add, maybe? Nope. It's like only one. How weird. man. I don't know. Faye Valentine. This song's hilarious to me. This like roller derby song. There has gotta be a way to do this shit, man. Huh. No. Whatever. We're just gonna keep it low. We'll just keep it low. Okay, we'll just leave it. All right, we got shit to do, right? We gotta paint this thing. Okay. Whoa. Jeebus. So we gotta do a dry brush here. So all I'm trying to do here with this like dry brush is I am just trying to get a sharp line. I had sausage gravy over biscuits. Oh, I love biscuits, man. I love biscuits. That does sound awesome. I just love baked goods of any kind. I love baked goods, and I shouldn't have baked goods, but I love pastries. I love biscuits. Biscuits and gravy is dope. Biscuits and gravy with a little chicken on the inside. Chicken and a biscuit. Oh, so good. Man, you guys are getting me hungry. Alright. Yeah, this is gonna get... Clear's like way too high. Had homemade corn chowder last night with bread. Ooh. I love cornbread. That's the other thing too. Guess you don't like the cornbread neither. You guys know what movie that's from, right? I know Lucchesi knows what movie that's from. I know I don't have to ask him, but I'm gonna ask you guys. Guess you don't like the cornbread neither. Actually, it was the actual quote is, I think it was, guess she don't like the cornbread neither or something. I think so. If that helps. Right? No, it's not life. That's actually a reasonably good guess though, but no. You're kind of in the wrong genre of movie, believe it or not. But I love cornbread, man. My wife would ask me like, what kind of like birthday cake do you want for my birthday? And I would say cornbread. Can you make a cornbread birthday cake? I would love that shit. Wanted to quote that movie during Friday Night Fiasco. Yes, you did, because that's actually a really good hit right there. A really good hit. Alright, this song is gonna get old fast. I better find a different media file. Or just stop it. There has gotta be a better playback. Control playback, set media volume. No! There has got to be. I wonder if, like, if I took Alien's good. You're right. Good, good, good. Good, good, good show, Congo. There has got to be. When finished, play next track. Play next track. No, not an option. Son of a whore. Okay, whatever. We'll just get onto the damn painting of the damn thing. Laughing right now after BTS performance on American Music Awards. I had to brain function was hard. Now I eat crayon. Purple, my favorite color. My favorite flavor, actually. See, this red is too bright, but we'll fix that. See that? It's like the red ink is like a candy red. We don't really want candy red here. But we will fix that. Roll into the beat now. Because that's like way too red. Back when Ripley could act unlike in Defenders. Can I make a confession? Like before, this shouldn't surprise anybody, but like I was looking through my Facebook feed, and our LGS is selling. They're giving a pre-order discount. Oh hey, what's up, Auric Love God? Welcome to the stream. They were giving a pre-order discount on Aristea, which is the Corvus Belli miniature sort of sports game that's coming out. And I was intrigued. I don't know. I don't play Infinity. I have my reasons for not playing Infinity, but I've always loved the minis, and I was looking at that thing going, I could like that. I could like their sports game. And I watched the Corvus Belli, like the official description of the game and how to play it and all this stuff, and it looks okay. It looks okay. And I was like, it's 8 miniatures. Like, I could paint 8 miniatures. I could paint 8 miniatures, and we could play this game, and I could stream the game. We could decide if we like it. I got problems, man. But it does look like, it does look like it could be a good game. Do I have someone to play against? Well, yeah, because if I have 2 starters ready to go, then I just pick someone at random, and they'll play with me. I hope. We'll see. Good. It's a fair question, sir. But yeah, usually that's how it works. I usually hit like, oh look, you want to try this game with me, and I already have painted pieces, and inevitably somebody will say yes. Typically Andrew. Somebody will say yes. Is that how that works? Hey, let's talk about Eden before Octave buys other stuff. For real. Oh, I was supposed to go look at Eden shit too. Like I'm supposed to decide, is there Eden shit that I like? And the short answer is yes. I'm sure there is. I do it. There's enough cool shit in Eden that I would go, okay, probably want to paint that. Um, so there's that. You guys don't have to worry. Eden will eventually be a thing. It was such a cheap thing. A game is only good if you can find someone to play against. Relic Knights, good miniatures. Rules, eh. Can you find an opponent? Probably not. A lot of people would have problems finding opponents for Relic Knights. I would not have problems finding opponents because there's enough people here that I could find to play RK with. So I happen to be, but I do understand that I am in the minority there. In fact, I would say we're kind of, in our particular situation here in SoCal, we are kind of we're in a somewhat unique scenario because we can play lots of indie games. There are, we have, I have a group of gamers around me that are just early adopters, and they're okay with that. Like they understand the risks of jumping into a new miniatures game. But as long as we stay with like skirmish games and the minis look good and they're fun to paint and that kind of thing, nobody really gets upset. It's like, oh, I was hoping this would be the next 40K. We don't look at it that way. It's more of like, hey, let's get our game on, and people like it, and so we'll just continue to do it that way. That's because you have a stellar personality. Oh, thank you, sir. I can feel the earphones around my headset tightening up from my head swelling with pride there. That is, you know, if you're fun to play and people know that you're fun to play, they'll play anything with you. Especially like I was saying, like if I walk up and I have a fully painted set ready to go, and I'm like, hey man, I painted this Aristea set this week because I was freaking bored. Somebody will walk, oh yeah, sure, I'll play that with you. I can, I'm not hard up that way. I can find people that will play that with me because of what I just said. Like they'll be okay with that. I wouldn't store I go to, the local one to me that is closing, actively stocks SPM so I could get Relic Knights the game if I said I was bringing minis before I went. Did you buy into Shadespire? No, I don't. I didn't buy Shadespire, and I'm still very much avoiding GW stuff. Not for like, moral superiority or anything like that. It just, frankly, I'm just over. I'm over the. I'm over the GW universes, if that makes any sense. I don't need, like, okay, I've seen Space Marines, I've seen the fantasy races, uh, I've seen the whatever they're called, Primaris shit. Like, none of it appeals to me anymore. I've just been there too long. I've been there forever, and it's like, okay, I get it. It just doesn't. None of that stuff looks appealing to me. And you know what part of it is? It's the chunk, man. It's the chunky. It's sometimes the miniatures are too. Let's see. I would have known about Arena, the contest, if not for Queen Diz sharing it on her timeline. Arena the contest. I'm not really sure what that is. But anyway. Gosh, she has an official title. Queen Diz, huh? So, for example, here's a Wild West miniature. A Wild West Exodus mini. And it's a pretty good mini, right? It's pretty good. My issue with Wild West Exodus, though, is it's just, I don't know, it's like too chunky. Like she's I don't know, not I like occasionally I like a miniature like this, but there's so much going on. Sometimes I just want like a softer, sweeter miniature, you know? Sometimes I just want like something like that. I want something like that. Like, yeah, I can I can paint that. That's fun. Queen. What about Star Wars Legion? No, my I am staying away from that as well because it is a larger scale. Like there's more miniatures involved and stuff like that, and then also to put it bluntly, there is kind of an issue with our local Star Wars gaming community. They kind of have a problem player in their midst, and it just I don't want to jump in there. I don't want to be a part of it. Malifaux minis are too anorexic. Wild West Exodus is too chunky. Sums up what I'm understanding about you, Octave. Let's see. This video is too long. No, they're not. She does crazy. She does these crazy lengthy streams that I love, and that's part of the reason why I like my streams aren't as long as her, but both of us are still in the longer neighborhood of streams, if you know what I mean. Like people do streams, painting streams are usually like an hour and a half, and we do like I think like my average stream is right around two hours and change, and hers are more like 3 to 4 hours on average. So she's on the she's got longer streams, but no, I don't think they're too long. There was that one stream she did that, like, I woke up and I was gonna go to work, and then she was started streaming at that point. Then I went to work, finished the day, got back in my car, I was driving home, turned it on, she was still on. It's like, damn. And then by the time I made it home, she was signing off. And I was like, damn, that is gangster, man. You run a stream like that? That is pretty dope. Like that's like some endurance, man. You can just do that kind of stuff. I couldn't. I would get bored. I mean, unless I was like I had to paint a whole army or something by the next day, maybe. Yeah, beast mode on streams. Yeah, but let's see. I think the longest streams I've ever done are like they're in like the 5 hour neighborhood. Like I've done 5 hours. I think if you count Extra Life, I did an Extra Life stream that was over 8 hours long. But I do understand that that's more an exception rather than a rule. But I have a lot of admiration for that. If you can stick with it that long, and there are enough people, the other part of that too is like, are there people watching you and encouraging you? Like I know that if I had the camera on for like 2 hours and ain't nobody come in or say a comment or anything like that, I would just turn the shit off. So you guys know how to shut my channel down. Like you guys know how to. You can say at any point, you can say, you know what, we can watch his videos, but we're just not going to leave any comments, so that he gives up at the first hour or the first within the first 2 hours. Like you could control that and make sure I ain't coming back on. Let's see. Oh yeah. Friday Night Fiascos is an average 3 to 4 hours. But here's the sad part. Like the previous ones that we did were an average of 3 to 4 hours, but there was only like 2 hours of gaming in it. And the last 90 to 120 minutes is us talking drunk shit. Like us being really drunk and just, you know, we launched me into story mode and I'm telling you guys about like some crazy shit that happened anywhere from 5 to 9 years ago, maybe more. Um, but we didn't have that the last Friday Night Fiasco was actually pretty serious. Like we wanted to get into the game, and we also kind of like after that last one, man, the last Ninja All Stars one, we kind of just collectively agreed, like, dude, we gotta just calm the fuck down, because it's like man, like, oh, some of the stuff that we say, and it, oh, I don't even want to go there. Like some of the stuff that I say. It's fun to be drunk. It's not fun to go back and watch yourself drunk. It's not fun. You guys might find it entertaining being on the outside. Oh my god. You're entertaining, so is this. Thanks. Thanks, Blade Wolf. I think that always has something to do with it too. Yeah, well, that's why I like our group because there's good banter, right? We all kind of have a good banter with one another. We talk a lot of trash. Um, it's there's always something to say. There's all there's always somebody's always claiming something. Yelling across, yelling at the mic from across the room. That's my favorite. Yeah, that last Ninja All Stars one. That one was just way off the rails. That one just went. You know, that was not a prouder moment. But it is what it is. You know, you there's I said stuff during that I do regret, but at the same time, it's like I regret it, but I can't. I'm not gonna be disingenuous with the people that stick around and watch this, right? I'm not gonna. That is what I said, and you know, I did lie that time. I said that I didn't back Joan of Arc, but I did. So I don't know. So now we're just gonna come back through and line highlight. Talk a lot of trash, but my trash talk is bad. No. Oh, you're saying, yeah, we talk a lot of trash, but your trash talk in particular is bad. Nah. Nah, I'm just giving you shit. You're like you're like the heckler that we need. Gotta have a good heckler. You're not the heckler we want. You're the heckler we need. The issue I have with going too far off the rails with that kind of stuff is that I do feel like we're kind of losing out on the gaming side of it. And the original point of the whole thing was so that we could play the games and enjoy the games. The drinking part of it I threw in for Ninja All Stars just because it just seemed correct. Like we were gonna drink, have a few drinks, and enjoy playing this really kind of silly scenario. So it kind of made sense there. Shadows of Brimstone seems like definitely a more serious game, and I'm gonna have a drink during Friday Night Fiasco, but mainly to just kind of keep myself, you know, kind of just keep the mood for myself, keep things a little more um, casual. I'm not gonna like power game my drinking or anything, and the goal isn't for me to get drunk. It just that's probably what um, I don't know. My expectation there is that um, that I can drink and sort of I don't know relax. because it's Friday night. I want to feel a little bit loose. I want to laugh a little bit more. And it is relaxing. I used to think I used to be so against drinking and that kind of stuff. Like why would you want to numb your senses to anything? Why not just enjoy life and you know, I don't drink, I get high on life. And I used to kind of be that guy. But there's something nice about enjoying a good alcoholic drink. It's not about trying to be cool or anything like that. Sometimes you just enjoy good alcoholic drink. Look, we lost a bunch of people went to sleep. It was tired. It is 11 o'clock. We're getting there. But yeah, speaking of which, I am going to have one more. Hope you guys don't mind or don't judge me. I just like it, man. I just like the samurai chickens, gay sadists, and shinobi fox spirits lend themselves perfectly to drinking. Yeah, I agree. It's good to feel loose, feel a little bit buzzed, laugh at a few things. But I don't know, getting drunk, pass out drunk, I'm not. That's just not really me. And frankly, I don't really drink all that often. It just I have sake here down here, and it's relaxing when I'm talking to you guys. When we're doing our thing down here. I don't know. It just kind of makes sense to me. Okay. It's looking kind of good. Actually, I feel like I need to shade the red down a bit. So we're gonna add a little red here. But yeah, I do love the Friday night gaming. I look forward to it every week. It's super fun. I'm so happy that we were able to get that off the ground. Like if you I've mentioned it on the show on this feed quite a bit. Like when it was just me painting, sitting here painting whatever the hell I was working on. I used to say, man, I would love, one of the things I wanted to work on this year was get some more painting. I'm sorry, get some more gaming content on the channel. Wanted to get more gaming content on the channel. Streaming games was part of that. But also picking up board games, playing board games, also part of that. And luckily it kind of fell into place. We ran into the people that would be good for that kind of thing, gaming on stream, and just kind of hit it off famously, and had a lot of fun discovering the games. And for me, the big bonus there was like I was saying, I always I'd finish painting these board games, and it would just make me so sad. We'll never play this because, my 1 week night to game, I don't want to play a board game. I want to play a bona fide miniatures game. I want to play Guild Ball. I want to play Batman, Relic Knights. I want to play Wrath of Kings. I don't really want my one night to be, the entire evening being one board game. What if you get stuck because this happened to me before. What if you get stuck in a board game where the people that jumped into your group just aren't fun to play with? It's a risk that you take when you're playing board game night or whatever at the local. I used to do it with Scythe and with a bunch of other games. I'd show up at the Thursday night board gaming, and I'd bring some games with me. Like, hey, who wants to play SDE? Who wants to play Zombicide? Who wants to play this kind of stuff? And most of the time, you do pretty well. You meet fun people. They want to game with you again. They show up next week. But then the following week, the people that you gamed with last week, they're no longer there. there are these other people there that frankly aren't very fun to game with. And suddenly, so you start up a board game and you can't escape. You can't like duck out into another two-player game. It's your board game. You brought it there. And now you have these people that just aren't fun playing it. Um, that messed up? Maybe. But I mean, that's, let's see. Next Brimstone adventure, when they go into the dark room, there better be a sadist lady encounter complete with leather and whips. We are going to incorporate more of the advanced rules the next time we play, because it gets weirder, man. The game is, I'm so freaking hype over it. The game is so weird, but so good. Chicks dig Malifaux. They sure do. Malifaux does have a pretty solid female following. Relic Knights actually, locally, has a fair amount of female players playing it. Because actually, a lot of the females really just like Soda Pop's aesthetic. They like the chibi, Super Dungeon Explorer stuff. Um, San Diego's got itself a female Ninja Core, who's really fun. Um, and she started playing Relic Knights. She bought one of my crews off me, and that's how she got her start. And she asked me about the game and that kind of stuff. And we played. Oh, hey, what's up, Darth Torlin? Sorry it took me that long to see your comment there on Twitch. Yeah, we started at Kingdom Con, and I taught her some Relic Knights, and then, but lately she's been pushing a lot of SDE, which is awesome. So it's cool to see stuff like that. You know, it's cool to see, uh, people picking it up and throwing their name into it and getting out there and volunteering and showing people the games. It's great. I'm actually pretty proud that some of the guys, like some of the people, like their first crews or whatever, were crews that they got from me, and that kind of got them started um, on their illustrious careers or whatever. But yeah, as far as like finding people to get to game with, it a lot of that does count on you, being a fun person to game with. But it's a double-edged sword too, like I was saying. Like if you're the fun person to game with, um, some of the people that want to game with you are not fun. But they may want to be fun, or they may claim to be fun, but unfortunately they're, maybe they're D-bags, or uh, maybe they just don't have the same expectation that you have. What is up with that repulsion right there? That's weird. That is weird. Reaper is weird. I think he's looking pretty cool so far. The only thing women up here care about is collecting child support, so finding female gamers is like finding a unicorn. And it's still really hard to find female gamers. I have to ask myself, like, I like to have a female gamers in there. I like to have that, mainly because I think the social interactions become more interesting with a female, at least one thrown into the mix. It's just a little more interesting. I don't know. There are a number of things that, if I'm being honest with you guys, that I just find myself more relatable with females on certain, discussing certain things, certain aspects of your friendships or your relationships make more sense to me. With a female friend, um, and my wife knows this about me, that that I get along well with them, but there's no questionable shit happening. It's just kind of how I function. Let's see. Oh damn, Congo. A lot of the Relic Knight stuff on Amazon's cheaper now. Yeah, it's like you could find Relic Knight stuff for stupidly cheap. But yeah, it's not like, for me personally, I'm not looking for the unicorn. I just think that often it's interesting to have. It just throws that little bit of little added variety there. There's a little bit of a different angle, and it's fun. So we're just highlighting this guy up a little bit, but he's starting to take shape there. I think he's looking pretty good. Variety is always good, yes. All right, so let's redo the base. We are very fortunate to be gaming in this area because of stuff like that, though, because it's easier to find a wider variety of players. That it's not always the same, crowd of people. You can go 10 miles, find another gaming shop, and that meta may be very different than your own. It's just the perks of being in a more highly populated area. There are downsides to that too, though. You know, there are there are like, if you make enemies out here, it can be harder to give yourself distance from them because of how tied in everyone is to the community, the local community, and that kind of stuff. Let's see. Lurker reporting. Oh, Kevin, doing double duty, man. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, sir. Cheddar Monkey says, my next step in my scheme to find a gamer girlfriend is to cosplay as Rerun and speak only in jive. Nelson says, my character 2 nights ago lost her left arm and got a tentacle-looking sword. No, we did the surgery, so you're good. Your arm is good. Congo is happy when most of our characters were KO. Cheddar Monkey, if you're gonna speak jive, my bit of advice is you want to speak Pootie Tang jive. Speak Pootie Tang jive. Oh man. Can I just tell you guys that Pootie Tang is, for whatever reason, one of my favorite movies of all time. Like I freaking love Pootie Tang. It's, oh man. And I love speaking the jive, man. I'm a cold pony. Got my dillies on the peptane. You know. Oh, love Pootie Tang. Pootie Tang, Pootie Tang. Like, you need to go watch that movie. It's so good. That was one of the things, like, I told, before my wife and I got married, I said, hey, there's some stuff you need to know about me. Like, there's a formal education here So, and I made her, I made her watch specific movies, just so she can get to know me a little bit better. Um, so I made her watch Conan the Barbarian. I made her watch Excalibur. Um, there were some other movies. I think she'd already seen a bunch of the other ones like Goonies and that kind of stuff. Uh, so she, so there was that, and then we got to Pootie Tang, and I said you gotta watch Pootie Tang, man. You want to understand me and my sense of humor and what I really like. Go out and watch Pootie Tang. And I had a copy of Pootie Tang. I had a screener copy. If you guys know what screener copies are, they're like if you're, let's say if you run a department store, or back in the day, a drugstore or something like that, right? And you would get these, like, you would sell VHS movies. Well, the distributors would give you screeners because they want, so that you could watch the movie and then decide, do you want to carry this in your store? Do you want to rent it? That kind of thing. And so so I got a hold of a screener for Pootie Tang, and it's the kind that has the little, the little ticker at the bottom that says, a screener copy only, please do not sell, that kind of thing. So I made her watch a screener copy of Pootie Tang. And she did not get it at first. And then she got it. She still doesn't think it's nearly as funny as I think it is. Like, I think that is the funniest shit ever. I love Pootie Tang. Was really kind of heartbroken over the whole Louis C.K. thing. Like, oh, not Louis C.K., because he directed Pootie Tang. And according to Chris Rock, that makes Louis C.K. the blackest man alive for directing Pootie Tang. But yeah, love that movie. Understand there is no understanding the Congo. Darth Torlin, still without a computer, using your iPad. Man, I hope you get a computer, man. I hope you do. That's a bummer. I did hear about that. I hope you get back up and running soon, sir. But go watch Pootie Tang. It is the dumbest, most hilarious movie ever for some reason. I think it's the funniest movie. Yeah, I don't know. That's something to think about, gentlemen. Like, you get serious with a girl, and she's looking at rings or whatever. You're gonna take that trip down the aisle. Like, she needs to know some shit about you, and not only good shit about you. She needs to know bad shit about you. So, like, the movie list was just one of the things that we came up with. Like, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna be together, we better know what the other person really likes, and we got to be okay with it. Oh, also made her watch Breakin' and Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo, because that's important. These movies are important to me. My old female wingman, she loved Pootie Tang and Breakin', and we still, like, to this day, we still talk about that shit. Because Breakin' is just such a fucking great movie. I love Breakin'. And so she got 2 dogs, and she named them Turbo and Ozone. And I don't know. That's like our thing. Does my wife, is she big into Breakin'? No, she's not. But she's seen the movie now, and so she can relate. She can at least partake of the conversation and know what the hell we're talking about. When we talk about the them trying to take down the Fresh Crew. Remember the Fresh Crew? And they had their secret weapon. Like, the Fresh Crew, they would get their asses handed to them by Turbo and Ozone when it was just dudes. But what did the Fresh Crew do? Like, they brought that Hispanic girl into it. And the Hispanic girl, she jumped in, started popping and locking. And before you know it, like, Turbo and Ozone are on the defensive now. So then Turbo and Ozone, they met Kelly, who's admittedly, not a very good breakdancer, but she got the ballet moves and all this other kind of stuff. And, so they were able to teach her breaking. I don't know, why the fuck are we talking about breaking? Breaking to electric. Oh, Blues Brothers. Yeah, I did make her watch Blues Brothers because that is also a very, very important movie to me. Well played, sir. Illinois Nazis. Yeah, Blues Brothers is a fantastic movie. 4 whole chickens and a Coke, and the other one wanted just dry white toast. Love the Blues Brothers. I like it when they go to that country bar, and they ask the lady there, like, what kind of music you guys play here? And she's like, oh, we have both types. We listen to country and western. Oh man. Yeah, Blues Brothers, great movie. Especially since I was just in Chicago last week. Love Blues Brothers. Alright. Let's put this Firewalker and Stripes. Stripes is good. You know what the movie came on the other day that my wife turned me on to? It was a movie I'd seen before, but I never really appreciated it as much as we do now. I'm gonna see if I can do this. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys this. All right, maybe we can do this. Like maybe. Ugh. Wow. Okay, this thing might be broken. Might have finally destroyed it. No, I didn't. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of a search. I know it's late. Thank you for hanging out. Hold on. Let's see if this works. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Let's see if this will allow me to do it. So if I go sources, and I'm going to go web page. Let's see. This might fail miserably. Okay. Ready? Let's try it.
If we could just find a landmark.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna watch this together. I don't know if this is gonna work. It seems like it's chopping up real bad.
Sir? Sir? Excuse me.
Is it actually? Did that work? I don't think that worked. Damn it.
Bad luck just seeing a thing like that.
Did you guys watch that? Fucking love that movie, man. Oh my god. I fucking love that movie. It's so good. Anyway, yeah, like I watched Quick Change a long time ago, but if you're gonna, it's taken me this long to go back and appreciate the fucking genius that that movie is. That movie is like top to bottom genius, and it needs to be celebrated. And like my wife teaches it in her drama class. Like she would teach Quick Change in her drama class because they would explore. Whoa, damn it, Reaper! This is part of the problem with Reaper. It's just so heavy. Um, yeah, and she would go over like how just how good the character acting was. Everybody was a different character actor. Wow, my screen is frozen here on my other. Hold on, I'm gonna reload the page and make sure. Okay, we're back. But she would, for drama, she would make her kids kind of study. Like this is what good character acting is like. And this is a movie where every single person in the movie, and I mean every single person in the movie, Jason Robards and what's his name, Tony. I want to say Tony Habib. Like everybody that's in that movie just does the most amazing job, and everybody except for Bill Murray is basically just playing bit parts. But even you could even take Bill Murray's role as Skip the clown and Griff and break those down into minor character roles, and it's just some of the best Bill Murray stuff ever is in that movie. But yeah, that joust scene, just in tears every time I have to watch that joust scene. Like, so that was on this weekend, and like we made sure to blare that joust scene. And you gotta go back and watch it like 2 or 3 times. Like you gotta watch the woman smoking, the little boy like pulling the bell, the priest like kicking the bike out of his way. There's another guy there that's just holding a rooster. Like there is a lot going on in that scene. That scene's less than 90 seconds long. But it's just so brilliant. Anyway, I'm glad that worked because that shit is hilarious. And just the music is epic. God, see, they can't even do a scene like that in a movie anymore. These days, like they would have to go and apologize to people about filming a scene like that. But it's like, we can't laugh at shit anymore. You can't. That is ridiculous, over the top, like stereotypical shit, right? We can't even laugh at it anymore. That's the sad part. Like you're not even allowed to laugh at shit like that anymore. Like, oh, whatever. I don't want to get on the soapbox. It's getting too late anyway. We're just about wrapped up here with the quote unquote Reaper Mini, not to be confused with a Reaper Mini. But now you guys are that's gonna be stuck in your head. You're gonna be watching that. Like, go back, watch it a couple times, man. Fucking hilarious. Go back, watch that shit. It's worth it. So damn good. Now people are so effing sensitive and gotta be politically correct 100% all the time. Like, oh man. And I didn't notice this too the last time. I thought they were just jousting with brooms. No, man, they have scrapers attached to those to those brooms. Like that is some hardcore shit, actually. Just a couple of shirtless dudes with with brooms and scrapers, man. That's gonna hurt. And that the dude's rocking a mullet. The one dude's rocking a mullet. The other dude has a straw hat. And they're both just shirtless in jeans, like jean shorts. Okay, we're gonna have one more. We're gonna have one more refreshment, and then I know I gotta go to work tomorrow morning. Nelson, you gotta get up early too, man. I'm not. I know. I shouldn't. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I know. You're a grown ass man. It's fine. Um, we're gonna have a little up down action here. I know we can be sad about SJW shit, but let's at least enjoy that that is a scene in a movie that exists. Can you like can you imagine how funny it would be? It must have been on set when they're filming that scene. And I bet you dollars to freaking donuts. I bet you that there were little touches that those Hispanic actors added, and they were probably laughing their asses off. Like, if it, imagine if we were on set and they were filming a movie and they wanted to do, I don't know, a Filipino karaoke scene, right? They wanted to have Filipinos, like drunken Filipinos singing karaoke, and I was an extra on that scene. I would say I would, probably throw it past the director. Hey, no, 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 no. If you want an authentic Filipino, you got to have the golden mic. Oh yeah, yeah. And they got to be eating fried chicken and white rice. And we would put all this extra shit in to make it more and more authentic and make it funnier. Because that would be funnier to us if we're doing that. And I bet you dollars to friggin' donuts that those everybody all the Hispanics that were in that scene added shit. Like the guy's like, no, no, I need to be holding this rooster. Well, why? Just because I need to hold a rooster, And it probably was the funniest damn thing to them. And we're gonna make our nephew ring the bell. But the line at the end just just nails it. It's bad luck just seeing a thing like that. Oh, they're trying to get the guy's like in the middle of the street and they're like trying to get him to move and he's like not even paying attention to them. And he just charges forward. Oh my god. I admire Rick Moranis' ability to be completely stone-faced when all the weirdness happens around him. Rick Moranis? I don't, are we? Is that a different? Are we talking a different movie? By the way, love Rick Moranis. As Vince Glortho, Keymaster of Gozer. Fucking love that scene when he gives the monologue, and then it came in the form of a giant slore. Many did suffer in the belly of that slore that day, I tell you. I can't. Rick Moranis is awesome. Oh man, we're gonna hang out for a few more minutes. I don't care. We're gonna call it. I'm gonna get up at 4:45 tomorrow. Go to work. Alexa, what are my meetings tomorrow? Alexa tells me everything. Shit. Okay. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. All right. So I have a long afternoon meeting tomorrow, and I've got Yeah, whatever. I love that joust scene so much. This is the best. Oh my god. But yeah, we can make that. Alexa knows way too much about me. Oh, no, you're right. You're right, Kevin. Like, Alexa knows a lot about me. But Alexa will make me a sandwich. She just won't actually give it to me. It used to be before Alexa, it was like the BlackBerry. Like my BlackBerry knew every detail of my life and would just tell me when I was supposed to do shit. Now it's Alexa. I think there's a way to rename her. I kind of need to rename her because our babysitter is Alexa, uh, and that just gets confusing. Also, I don't know much about Philippine culture, but I guess when it comes to karaoke, there's a cure involving the song "My Way." Yeah, you can always, yeah, and it's always like the baby boomer Filipino guy that's got to sing that song. Also, Nat King Cole, any like Rat Pack shit, like those like the older Filipino guys will do. Oh God, speaking of which, I gotta look at flights. I'm gonna try to get over to the Philippines um, mid-January. My dad is actually getting remarried out there, so and I want to be there for that. So it's gonna suck because I'm gonna be away from my family for another week or so, and obviously I can't do streaming, and I probably won't have any time to do any gaming um, when I'm over there. It's just gonna be too weird. So I'm totally not looking forward to the whole travel, international travel. Oh shit, I better check, make sure my passport's up to date and all that other good stuff. But you know, this is important. I should look at heading over there. Um, Philippines is fun though. It's a fun country. Just like stay out of the horrible shit and you'll be fine. It's good to always have locals like watching your back, that kind of stuff. Um, I don't know. Might shoot a vlog or something while I'm over there, just so you guys can see uh, part of the country. I, I'm gonna try not to be over there long enough to be drunk every night. Very easy to get drunk over in the Philippines. If you have $10 on you, you're gonna get you and like 5 of your best friends drunk. We'll have fun, make the best. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's been a number of years since I've been over there. Um, and you know, one day I do plan on taking my family over there when we're a little bit older. Can take my boys over there and my wife. My wife has never been. Um, Supposedly anyone that sings the song "My Way" dies gruesomely. Really? I know like 41 old Filipino dudes that sing that song, and I can only name like 2 of them that died gruesomely. Hmm. I don't know, man. But yeah, karaoke is a big thing for Filipinos. And it wasn't like I used to hate the entire concept of karaoke. Now I fucking love it. Like I got karaoke. I have like 33,000 songs on a drive here. Oh, that reminds me. Um, I gotta install the karaoke back so that we can sing karaoke. Cause you gotta be able to do that. Um, um, like some of my favorite things to sing karaoke. I like singing boy band shit. You know what I mean? I like singing shit like pick songs that you find to be just horrible and annoying. And if you're not a good singer, you rock that shit on karaoke, right? Like break out your Backstreet Boys, break out your NKOTB, break all that shit out and just own it. Like get up there and own that shit. And it's the funniest thing ever. And it's just so much fun. Like you like get out there and just sing your Backstreet. I will sing that Backstreet Boys song. I don't care. Um, but you do stuff like that. You can do. You can even do like TV intros are good. Like icebreaker karaoke. Like if you don't want to be up on stage for too long, um, you know, sing the Muppet Show. It's one of my favorites to sing. Sing the Love Boat. That's good. Or Three's Company. That's a good song. Uh, oh, um, sing the Growing Pains song. Sing that shit. Um, just sing Wooly Bully. Yeah. Um, so we sing stuff like that. I also sing a lot of like Flight of the Conchords because I fucking love Flight of the Conchords. Awesome show. If you haven't seen it, love Flight of the Conchords. They have so many good songs too. Oh man. Yep. So, an exercise for you guys. Figure out, we should do a thing like name 5 movies that you, if anybody is going to know you, like know about you, what are those movies? What are the 5? And it's probably going to take you some time to figure it out because you may start off with like 12 movies and say, okay, if you really want to get to know me, you should watch these 12 movies. But try to strip it down. Like try to get down to like 5 movies. And that forces you to prioritize. Like you got to pick the most important ones and say, you know, what is important that you know, my future spouse or life partner or whatever the hell, like what do they need to know? What if, or you can even make a spin on it too. Like if, you know, if you have that list and and you know your your unicorn or whatever, she loves 3 out of those 5 movies. Like, then you're set, man. Number 1, Count of Monte Cristo. Good fucking choice, Kevin. Good fucking choice. Letting my boys dry. What are you painting again, Blade Wolf? Damn, Count of Monte Cristo. That is a good one. That's just a good story, man. Like I can watch Count of Monte Cristo. I would be terrified if they tried to shoot it with modern day actors. I don't know if that would be any good. But oh, and then while we're here, before I sign off, I know people are going to bed or whatever. He's just talking about his balls. um, before I sign off, like, what would you guys rather me paint tomorrow? Do you want me to paint some chibi, or do you want me to paint like Wild West Exodus? Like that is a cool mini. Don't get me wrong. Like she's a cool mini. I don't know. She's just a little too beefy. Like not beefy. Like just they're just a little too super heroic. No, my model. Well, models. Okay, so 1 vote for Exodus. Right? Because there's a few different Exodus models I can paint. And I'm going to be using them for Shadows of Brimstone anyway. So, oh, Hugo Strange. Oh, nice. So there's this chick who would make a great, she could be either another saloon girl or even like a female gunslinger or a rancher. Like she can be a lot of different things. This one here can be a female, the female like Indian tracker. There's that. Let's see, Blues Brothers, The Craft, Bulletproof, Monk, the original TMNT movie, Big Fish. Good. Wow, you've already got this figured out, eh, Cheddar? The one in your hand, because you'll be playing that first. Yeah, that's a good point. Well, let's talk about WWX minis. I only want to paint 1. Like, if we're painting for fun, I'm not batch painting shit. Like, you guys have to watch me batch paint shit all the time. It's not very good. But like, I can paint 1 of these. So you got this girl here. You got the Indian tracker girl. You got this girl here with she can be the marshal, like a female marshal. And then you got, look at that fucking b-boy stance. Look, Blade Wolf. Look at that b-boy stance. Yeah. Look, you can just stand that dude up. That's how fucking b-boy that guy is. The first one with the skirt. Okay, so everybody, yup, get in there. So everyone's one in this one, right? Is that right? We're gonna paint that one. I can put her on one of these. Damn, her feet are like, she's really b-boy stance. That be me. I could paint this to be Blade Wolf. That would be hilarious. That guy is pretty badass. He's a resin model too. Okay, but it sounds like tomorrow, barring somebody showing up and like throwing a commission at me. I am waiting on another Batman commissions. Probably going to come in like towards the end of the week. But okay, but everyone's thinking this one, right? She's pretty. I can make that work. Yeah. Okay. So this one. Good. See, I like that. This may not be a pure democracy, but you guys have some control over what we're doing on this channel. So anyway, I got to get up in 4 hours, so we better just call it. All right. So with that, I want to thank everyone for watching. If you guys have any other comments or anything, you're gonna have to leave them in the actual video comment thing. But yeah, we'll put this. We'll have her ready for tomorrow night. And one last look here at Reaper Nelson. I hope he is up to spec. I think I got him all the way back to where he was, just about. And hopefully he fares better this time. I will hit him with a gloss and then a dull, just to try to give him extra protection, right? So anyways, have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.